Alright, the images I'm showing you are sourced from this website, BFRO, the Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization, bfro.net. And then there's a section for the Jacobs photos, and here they are. So here's the one with the bear cubs. Yeah, no dispute about what those are. Here is the so-called Sasquatch, juvenile Sasquatch, photo number 1. By the way, if you look here, these were taken on September 16th, 2007 at 8:04 and 23 seconds for the bear cubs. Then about a half an hour later, 28 minutes later, at 8:32:05, 8:32 and 5 seconds, we get this image. And the third image accessible to the public is this one here. I'm going to be using this one. I can explain. This one presents what we need to know. This one, okay, first of all, if I'm in my I want to see a Bigfoot mode, that's what I see. Either that or a chimpanzee. To tell you the truth, I started off thinking, is this a chimp? But I'm going to use a little psychology here, human, Bigfoot, and wildlife. This is Pennsylvania, northwest Pennsylvania. It's in mid-September. It's at 8 o'clock at night. It gets really cold in the woods of Pennsylvania. And in a month, they could have snow here. So look at the size of this. If it was a chimpanzee, it doesn't make any sense. So, and I don't think it was. It just, I don't believe having, coming from the Congo, tropical hot rainforest year-round, I don't think it would survive a winter in the woods of the Northeast. It doesn't have the fur. There's no food. It doesn't know how to forage in the winter. For what? Bark? Deer eat bark. They process it. Cellulose. I don't think a chimpanzee can do it. And I don't think they're going to really hunt rabbits and shrews and things like that, like foxes are adapted to, and other predators of the Northeast that are so good at it that they survive here and thrive. So I can see defaulting to, you can see the man-like appearance here. What is this? This looks like a man hunched over. Why? We don't know. Well, we know that Mr. Jacobs said he put some scent here, deer scent, to attract animals to the center of the camera frame. And that's about right. This object here, if we go back to image 1 with the bears, this was a salt lick. See, it was a square salt lick, a rectangular salt lick. And this little guy here, little fella, the bear, maybe licking it, or maybe it's just a little further away from it, and it only looks like it has its muzzle there, because you have to be careful with images rendered into 2D. You don't know we don't have a clear sense of depth here, like between the salt lick and this guy's face, cheek. What's the distance? We don't know. Okay, but we go to here, and that little guy is probably responsible for knocking that thing over, knocking that salt lick over. It was on a platform. Here's the platform here, this black tub type thing. And then you can see it's tipped over here, and the actual salt lick block is off camera, off the lens. And we have this creature here, which is hotly debated. The Pennsylvania Game Management says it's a bear with mange. I agree with the bear. However, does it have mange? I'm not 100% sure. But I think they think it has mange because it doesn't look... Because the assumption right off the bat here, here's the problem. The assumption is that this creature is hunched over and that these are the two rear legs. And that this is the forearm. And it's a forearm of a primate, you know, as if you're gardening and you're bending over, you're picking weeds. That kind of posture. And it looks like there's a butt cheek there. Butt crack, sorry. Cheeks and butt. Yeah, I know the difference. And the calf muscle there and the thigh. It looks like it's all there. I think it's wrong. And I'm going to demonstrate. I've been poring over this. So many people, since 2007, you know, this has been rehashed. And people are either of the mind that it's a bear or a Sasquatch. I'm going to explain why this is a bear. And not just say it can only be a bear because there are no Sasquatch. Well, that too, but I'm going to explain my reasoning using image 3, this image here. So I've taken this image and I used a couple different online enhancement systems to smooth it out and clean it up a little bit. And so I'm going to go to GIMP here, which not the easiest program to use, but it's public domain and I get around. I know my way around it. So here's the enhanced image. Which one did we say? Number 2? And we're going to zoom in. Now, I am going to begin to do some magic on this image. Oh, I can see it. And once you see the bear, you can't stop seeing it. There's no way this is a Sasquatch. And it's embarrassing that people put that on their website authoritatively. Oh, it can't be a mangy bear. Therefore, it can only be a Bigfoot. They've skipped a lot of steps. That's what I call pseudoscience. Okay, now I'm looking at this not from the person who wants to see a Bigfoot, but from a person who wants to see a bear. So I could be wrong too, and there are a couple of anomalies here that are hard to explain but not unexplainable. Okay, I'm going to refresh the camera memory at this point.
9 out of 10 cryptozoologistes préfèrent Frame 350 to Forter Bigfoot related discussion. Don't be that one guy. It like and subscribe.
Okay, here we go. We have the Rick Jacobs Pennsylvania Trail Cam photo number 2, retrieved from the bfro.net website. Now, my contention is that this is a bear. Now, at first, the thing that really grabs you, almost magically, is this posture here, which definitely looks like we're looking behind a creature standing on 2 legs, a 2-legged creature, with all the humanoid features. There's the back, and then it hunches over, and there's an arm as if, you know, like it's picking mushrooms or something. You know, but they call it a juvenile Sasquatch, which it is not. So juvenile Sasquatch is the default term you use for, well, we don't know what the hell it is, so it's a juvenile Sasquatch. Okay. Here's the bear. Here's the front leg. Here's the front leg. And what's this? This, You know, I never thought that much about this light spot. I thought it was like an armpit. If it's hunched over, you think it's an armpit, right? You know, it doesn't grow hair under there. But that's the snout of the bear. Yeah. We're going to zoom in. Yeah. That's the snout of a bear, all right. It's coming out good on the camera, too. Oh, yeah, look at that. An ear. An ear. The round head. The snout, which has a light brown coloring to it. The fur is really thin right here on the top of the snout. And here's an eye. Here's the other eye. Here's the nose. I'm outlining the nose, and from here I can even see the two nostrils. 1, 2. Nostril, nostril, eye. Hard to get the eye exactly right here, but I think it's there. Snout. Nose. Nose. Jawline. You telling me you can't see that? Ear. This enhancement, this online enhancement tool, I tried some other ones, but this one actually I think is doing a better job. All I'm doing is telling it to go through an enhancement. I'm not telling it what to do. I'm not telling it, you know, what features to pick out. Here's the hairline. Look at that. That's what that is. We got ourselves a Pennsylvania bear. You telling me you can't see that? That's what that is. Mr. Jacobs captured himself a bear, possibly a relative of the two cubs that were there a half an hour earlier, although I would tell you that a half an hour is a long time for a bear to linger in one spot. Listen, I've seen a lot of bears in the wild in Massachusetts. The bear doesn't linger for half an hour. So those bear cubs that were there half an hour earlier, yeah, they may have been there with their mom, and I think they probably left. They had gone on, and this trail is being used by many animals. And then this other bear showed up. We don't know what the sex is. Indeterminate. Maybe it's a male on the trail of the mama bear and the cubs. I don't know what the situation is. Now, by the way, full disclosure here, the problem, my problem is, so this foot here, the right paw, the right front paw, that one I can deal with. This one, he looks like he's walking pigeon-toed. However, and this looks like the inside of the wrist, the underarm. And I can even see claws here. I can see the outline of toes. It looks like its foot is turned in. I don't think that's a problem to my speculation here. No, I don't think it's a problem. I think it's a weird thing that it's doing that I don't have an explanation for, but I don't think that because this looks odd here. This turned in front left foot. That it takes away anything else. You know, again, I still see the bear face right there. There's an ear somewhere there. It's very dark. It's not 100% because it's so dark and grainy, but there it is. Okay? Thank you.